What do you believe about illnesses? What are your thoughts around not feeling very well? Is it a bit rubbish? Is it a bit annoying? Very frustrating? Is it scary? Is it bad? Is it unwanted? Possibly. Does anybody out there is able to see it as a gift? I see a little nod, maybe. It's difficult to see in this Zoom world. However, the concept of my speech tonight is about exploring the idea that illness could, in fact, be a gift. Yes, it is an unwanted gift. There is no way in the world that any of us wish pain upon ourselves, wish disability, wish fear of something going wrong inside our body that we don't fully understand. And how can that possibly be a gift? Well, as many of you may know, I'm on a bit of a healing journey myself. I have been gifted with the illness they call multiple sclerosis. And this is known as a chronic illness, which means it's taken a while to get there. And it lives with you. It doesn't go away. There is not a magical cure that comes along and take this pill or do that thing and the illness will disappear. You have to learn to live with it. So, how is that possibly a gift? Well, what I have learned on my journey so far is it has gifted me the motivation and the inclination to do things differently. Because what happened to me, and I think what happens to a lot of people before they get a diagnosis, is that there's probably little symptoms that have come along and said, oh, you just might want to look at this thing down here, this pain you've got in the foot or the numbness you've got in there, or maybe your eyesight's gone a bit funny. Woo, check this out. And what I did, and what many people do, is, go away. I'm on my way. I'm going this way and I'm okay, Jack. Yeah, but this thing, it's getting a bit bigger and I'm going to cause you to stumble and I'm going to make you so you can't see. Yeah, go away. I'm on my way. I'm on this way and it's going great. And you keep going like that and the little nudges get a little bit bigger. The pains get a little bit more painful. They get a bit annoying and still go away. Until it becomes this, I'd like to say, elephant in the room. But this elephant's not only in the room, it's sitting right on my lap. So I've got some choices to make. We all have some choices to make. We can carry on ignoring it. That's not really working out very well, and things are getting harder and tougher and more frustrating. So you can change it. Right, I'm going to move this elephant on my lap. You can just, What else can I do? You can change how you think about it. So this elephant that's sitting on my lap, this big, fat, unwanted gift that has now taken over my whole world. If an elephant is sitting on your lap, what do you think about it? Are you embracing that elephant like it's a cuddly bear, loving it with all your might, taking it out like a little child would take out their toy bear and sharing your world with this new thing that's attached itself to you? No, that's not certainly what I did anyway. I tried to, as I said, I tried to ignore it. I tried to shove it away. I got angry with it. I got frustrated with it. I beat it up. I tried to rip it off and disconnect it. But that's not what it's there for. I now believe that it is there as a gift. And if I'm able to fully embrace this big elephant that's sitting on my lap, maybe it doesn't have to be quite as big or as heavy. Or maybe it doesn't have to be sitting on my lap anymore. Maybe I could sit on his lap, and maybe I could go for an elephant ride. Maybe if we start seeing things a little bit differently, instead of I've got this big, horrible elephant sitting on my lap, but I have got this amazing gift. And if we're able to shift the way we see things and see them in a very different way, then maybe, just maybe, our experience will be a very different one. So as with any chronic illness, we tend, when the symptoms get so bad we can no longer ignore them, we go to the doctors. And the doctor does a series of tests, most of them not very nice, and tells you the label that they can put on your illness. And then they don't really know where to go from there. There's loads of scientists doing loads of scientific work, looking at things under microscopes, trying to find ways to piece together these myriad of strange symptoms that people get, and they umbrella it all in one label. But in reality, every single one of us experiences even the same disease. They experience it in a different way. We all have our own set of symptoms, and we all have our own set of beliefs that go with it. So when we go along to the doctors and receive our diagnosis, is there any part in that process where we start thinking to ourselves, I wonder if I could heal myself? Will the doctor say to you, don't worry, it's okay. Your body is an amazing thing. It mends itself. Who out there has ever cut their finger? They might have cut it bad and they might have cut it little, but have you noticed, especially if it's just a little cut, maybe the knife was too sharp in the kitchen, and then it bleeds and bleeds and bleeds, and it's really annoying. You have to put a bandage over it for a bit, and then eventually it starts pushing back together again, and the skin repairs itself. And then in a couple of weeks' time, you look at your finger, and there's not even a scar there. It's totally healed. So if our bodies are able to heal themselves that fantastically when it's been ripped apart, surely they can do the same thing when we get ill. Because what actually is illness anyway? It's when we're out of balance. We're misaligned in some way. So the gift of illness is that gift to say, it's time to pause. It's time to think and look at where you are right now in life. The choices that have got you to this place. And who has control over their choices? You do. You have the choice. You have control over those choices. And we can make different choices in any moment. The problem is, the majority of our choices, in fact, 95% of our choices, are made using subconscious programming. And I can probably guarantee that one of those subconscious programming that you're running on, that I was running on, that most people are running on, is that we cannot heal ourselves. It is not possible. And that will cause us to make different choices than if we believed it was possible. What is the truth? Is it possible? Is it not? That is totally dependent on what you believe. If you believe it's not, it's not. If you believe it is, It is. It's as simple as that. So are you ready to accept the gift of illness?